Hey guys, so many of you all have been commenting, asking me about different recipes and stuff like that because I did the history on black soul food and stuff. Okay, for my black eyed peas, y'all, I don't use ham hock. I don't put water in it. Now, if I did have a ham bone, I would definitely put it in it. But I use my base. It's not water. It is chicken broth. You can buy cans of chicken broth, and I don't get the low sodium kind. No, I want some damn salt, okay? Because black eyed peas by themselves, they're bland. And so I get the chicken broth, or you can get the bouillon cubes. All right. I personally cook them in a crock pot. Years ago, my mom used to cook them in like a pot, but I had to slow cook them, right? Get all that marinade in it, honey, and let it just, whoo, okay. So then, once you get the chicken broth in that crock pot, I cut up a bunch of onions, okay? Chop up some onion. I like garlic, okay? Now, some people, instead of white onions, they may use scallions, or they may use fresh onions. Whatever you want, you put in it. One thing about soul food cooking, it's cooking from your soul, and it's also just inherent, okay? And of course, your seasonings. Now, your seasonings depends on the people in your household who's eating it, okay? I love spicy, but my husband and one of my daughters does not like spicy. The other daughter does. So what I do, I make it medium spicy, and then my other daughter and I just add our spices. But of course, you want to add what I add. I use some seasoning salt, and also for me, I love garlic. So I chop up fresh garlic. So those of you who don't like a lot of garlic, just use some garlic salt or either garlic powder. It just depends. Garlic salt, it has the salt in it, okay? Garlic powder is just a powder. And so for those of you who are watching your pressure, you may not need all that garlic salt. I also use just Italian seasoning, a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. I just use a plethora of things. And one thing about soul food cooking, y'all, you just got to try it. There is no, well, there is a wrong. I was going to say there's no right or wrong, but there is a wrong. Soul Foods cooking is just from the heart. And so when I get in my kitchen, and this is what I want you to do tomorrow when you start, or whenever you do your black eyed peas, collard greens, particularly if you've never done them before, do a lot of research, okay? And those of you, get this, my digital cookbook. But season it. As black people, we like a lot of seasoning. I know it's a running joke that white folk like a lot of bland food and black people like a lot of seasoning, but we really do like seasoning. It's just part of who we are, spices and all that stuff. We brought that over from the transatlantic slave trade from West Africa. And so, as a guest, you could say we're just a zesty people. But at the end of the day, soul food for me is just about love and family and connection. So much so till, I grew up in a house where there's 8 people. I'm married and it's half of that. My husband and our 2 daughters. So, but I'm still cooking like it's 8 people. And some days it was 10 people because you never know who my dad was, one of his ball players, because my father was a football coach. And he was going to bring some of his ball players over, or family friends was going to come over. So we always cooked more than necessary. But so I still, to this day, to a fault, I cook too much food. And my husband's like, Angela, stop cooking so much damn food. It's going to waste. So I say to you, soul food cooking, yes, it is inspired by our enslaved African ancestors. Those beautiful, amazing, innovative, strong, courageous, resilient people. But make it whatever you want it to be, as long as you keep them in your heart and in your mind when you make it. All right, y'all, be blessed. Talk to you soon.